Hey guys, it's Nibzscape here and welcome back to Mobile Moneymakers. And this is one I've been putting off for a little while because I don't enjoy it as much as some of the others I've done, especially on mobile, but we will be doing 10 hours of Zulrah and, well, we should make quite a bit of money. I'm going to try and keep it as chill as possible, so I'm not going to be doing anything max efficient, hence why I'm going to be using like the SERP helm. Just means there's one less thing I've got to worry about using. We're going to start with 3,000 scale, so we'll put them in there. We'll keep track of that, and obviously we'll probably keep topping it up as we go. Rune-wise, I'm not sure if we're going to be needing alcohols. There's not too many things to out, but I will bring them just in case. And food-wise, I'm going to be using the cook ramrams and the manta ray. This is probably just a ticky, and that should be enough. And yeah, excited to see where we go with this. Gear-wise, obviously, as I said before, we've got the SERP helm. This is going to obviously avoid any of the venom damage. We've got full armor deal, Pegasian boots. We do have the Ring of Suffering, which obviously has the Ring of Recoil charges. So that's going to help out with the snakelings. And obviously, we've got the Twisted Bow, which is going to help me massively, especially doing this on mobile. Means I ain't going to have to worry about any of the switches. So, for the requirements, the only actual requirement you need is the completion of the quest Regicide, and for this quest you are going to have to complete a couple sub-quests. So this includes Underground Pass, Biohazard and Plague City. Unfortunately, these are relatively long quests to do. I recommend having quite a high agility to complete some of these quests. You will need 10 crafting and you will need 56 agility as well to complete Regicide. 56 agility is boostable, however, I recommend getting the 56 agility. It's going to help out in some of those earlier quests as well, so definitely recommend having as high agility as possible. For the recommended, I highly recommend having high magic and high range if you're going to be using the switching method. Obviously, you're going to want the best in slot weapons of each, i.e. the blowpipe and a trident of some sorts. However, I do recommend, if you've got the money, and especially if you're going to be doing this on mobile, to use the Twisted Bow. It is a lot of money, but it's definitely going to help out massively. You're going to cut down the amount of switching you're going to have to do. You're really just going to be focusing on your prayer and staying alive. Other than that, you just want as much time as possible to learn all the mechanics, learn all the rotations. This isn't a guide as such, it's purely me explaining a money-making method and what you need to do that. If you want a guide, I have linked a very good guide in the description, so check that out if you want to learn more on how to actually kill Zulrah. Other than that, let's jump straight into the 10 hours and hopefully we get some uniques. We should do. If we don't, I'm going to be rather upset and we ain't going to make much money, but let's get on with this. Okay, so let's get this started, and I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely not my favourite thing to do. We'll start the timer. I haven't done Zulrah in a long time, so this first hour is probably going to be a little bit shaky until I get in the swing of things and start remembering the rotations and shit. But yeah, it should be good. Hopefully we should get some of the uniques. I think they're like 1 in 128, so relatively common. I think I'll probably get about 20-ish kills an hour, so we should definitely see one over the 10 hours, maybe 2. If we get lucky, 3. If we don't get any, I'm going to probably be crying. So let's hope we get some. Okay, so this should be the last kill coming in any moment now. There we go. That's the last kill of the 1 hour. And it's been alright. Has been a few close calls. And it was by far not my favourite thing to do anyway. But I'm definitely getting more into the swing of things now. Learning the rotations and shit. But yeah, let's go out and let's quickly stop the timer actually. So yeah, literally just over 1 hour. And yeah, I'm excited to see exactly how much money we've made in this price check. Okay, so we will add in the last couple items, so the coconuts, and then probably the biggest money we've got in the inventory, the Zulrah scales, and that comes to 1,823,000. So not too bad. It's obviously not up there with the big money makers like Warcraft and stuff like that, but Zulrah, most of the money is going to be coming from those uniques, which obviously I've said before is like 1 in 128-ish or something like that. So we should see one of those over the whole thing, so that should be pretty cool. And I think each one of them's like 3.5 mil, even the Onyx, which is the shittest one's like well over 1 mil, so that will definitely bump up our profit massively when we get one, or if we get one. If we don't get one, I definitely will be quite upset, but anyway, I'll see you at the 2 hour mark, if not earlier, with a unique. Okay, so this should be the last kill of the 2 hour mark. Still, unfortunately, we haven't seen any uniques yet, but fingers crossed this might be the one, hopefully. Any day now. Rune Square Shield, I think that's like rare drop table or some shit. Lovely. But yeah, let's stop the timer. So I was 1 minute over 2 hours. Obviously that kill dragged on a little longer than I was expecting, but we'll get back now and we'll do our price check. Hopefully we've made just as much money as the first one. Okay, so we literally just managed to squeeze it all in one inventory, but we'll chuck it all into the price checker. And that's come to 4,120k. So yeah, that was a much better hour. Obviously still no uniques, but fingers crossed we'll be seeing one of them soon. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the 3 hour mark, if not any sooner, with our first unique. Okay, so this should be the last kill coming up for the 3 hour point. And unfortunately, no unique still. We're still below the drop rate anyway as of starting this video. But yeah, I was sort of hoping we'd see one soonish, just to, you know, make me feel a little bit better about doing the whole video. But we'll stop the timer, a little bit short of 3 hours. I ain't gonna cry about it. Let's head back and do our price check. Okay, so what I actually want to do is I'm going to try and fit all this in one inventory. So I'm actually going to alch some of my alchables, so the Dragon Med Helm and the Rune Square Shield. I'm actually going to alch them just so I can try and squeeze it all in one inventory, just to make it a little bit nicer looking for me price check. I've decided to alch my Dragon Hallies as well, just again, a little bit more space. I've just figured something out. With all that alching, I'm still going to have to do it in 2 price checks anyway. But the first one comes to 5,892,000. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm really happy with that. It's gone pretty well. Still no uniques, obviously, but yeah, I'm happy with that. And then the last one is just going to be the lore runes. Okay, so we're adding the lore runes, and that comes to 96,000. So that plus the other price check, that comes to 5,988,000. So not too bad. Fucking hell, I just got fucking sparked out by the mage phase and the snakelings and all that shit. But I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop the timer here. And I'm going to go to the bank. I'm probably going to withdraw all the money from the platinum tokens. That way, it ain't going to affect any of the profits or anything like that. And hopefully we get back and get back on track a little. Okay, so this should be the last kill. If we can hit him, there we go. That's the last kill of the 4 hours. And no uniques still, and 4 hours in, we're sort of getting close to the drop rate. As you can see, I just stopped the timer now, but we'll teleport back and we'll do our price check. Looking forward to seeing just how much we've made. Okay, so the first price check comes to 7,321,000, so not too bad, I guess. Okay, so we'll do the next price check, and that comes to 332,000. So that's a total profit of 7,653,000. So, well, not profit, but that's how much we've made this hour. Okay, so that is the last kill of the 5 hour mark now. And unfortunately, no unique. We'll stop the timer here, and we'll teleport back. We'll do our price check, but yeah, we're about 100 kills in now, roughly, and yeah, we're getting close to the drop rate, and hopefully we get it soon, because I'm starting to get a little bit worried now. Okay, so we'll do our first price check, and we'll chuck it all in, and that comes to 9,031,000. So yeah, it's definitely alright. It's okay, but obviously we're not hitting that unique, so that's going to bump our price up massively, but we'll get the rest of the stuff out now. Okay, so we'll do the price check on the next items now, and that comes to 481k. So that's a total made of 9,512,000, which is alright. It's not the best thing we've ever done, but we haven't hit any of those uniques. We haven't been unlucky. We're still a little bit below the drop rate at the moment, but we're getting there, and sooner or later we'll be getting our unique. I can just feel it in my bones. But yeah, I'll see you hopefully when we get our first unique, or if not, when I get to the 10 hours, which would be pretty sad. For fuck's sake, I've died again. Unless I didn't realise it costs 100k now to get your fucking stuff back. So yeah, that's fun. But we'll stop the timer and get my funds out of my platinum tokens, and so it doesn't affect any of the profits and all that shit. No fucking way. No way. I've just got the pet. That's my 4th bossing pet, all under the drop rates. Fucking hell. well, look at my health as well. My health, I almost died, ran out of food, and when a boss died and that popped up, I honestly thought it was a snakeling about to fucking one-hit me. That is sick. I'm gonna have to screenshot that to send to the boys, but yeah, that is absolutely nuts. That makes me feel a little bit better now about not getting a unique so far, but holy shit. That is fucking awesome. That's my first pet that's got like the metamorphosis and all that shit on as well. So yes, let's stop the timer a sec, and yeah, let me chuck this back in my bank, and I'll hopefully see you when my next unique comes. If not, 10 hours time. I just had to show you this quickly, guys, but look how lucky I've got with my Zulrah. I've got all the Zulrah uniques, I got a mutagen, and I got the pet in 447 KC. I think that's probably my RNG ruin for life, but hopefully we get a unique in a minute. Okay, so this should be now the last kill of the 10 hours. And there's been ups, there's been downs, we've died a few times, we got the pet. But unfortunately, that was the only unique we got, and unfortunately, again, there's no monetary value in it. So any of the decent uniques with a monetary value we did not get, and unfortunately, we didn't get anything on this drop either. We will stop the timer. We are about 20 seconds under the 10-hour mark, but we ain't going to get another kill in 20 seconds. So we'll tally out and we'll do a price check and see just how much money we made. Okay, so our first price check comes to 17,362,000. So yeah, not too bad considering we didn't get any uniques. Okay, and if we chuck in the last items, that comes to 1,287,000. So that's a total made of 18,649,000. So that is pretty good considering obviously we didn't get any of the uniques. If we got one of the uniques, that would have bumped it up by anywhere between, like, I think it's 1.6 mil for the Onyx, all the way up to 3.5 mil for the other 3 items. But we did get the pet, so that was pretty cool. What we'll do now is we'll probably sell some of the stuff in the GE, and then we'll work out the costs. And yeah, then we'll find out exactly what our profit is.
2 hours later.
Okay, so I actually had to sell a few items. So I sold like the alcohols and stuff like that, because we had to get a good enough cash stack so I could withdraw the costs from. So we'll do our first price check now. Okay, so we'll chuck all the items in, and obviously we'll withdraw the costs from the coin stack I have. So I worked out the total cost to be 1,105,000. So we'll type that in now, and we'll withdraw that from the cash stack. So that leaves us with a profit of 17,243,000 in our first price check, and then obviously we'll do our second price check now. Okay, so we'll chuck our last couple items in on this price check, and obviously the palm seeds, and that comes to 742,000. So the total profit over 10 hours was 17,986,000. So just a little under 18 mil. It's by no means the best thing we've ever done, but we did get a little bit unlucky with the unique drops. If we got one of the 3 decent uniques, that would have been 3.5 mil added extra profit. Or if we got the Onyx, that's still 1.6 mil extra. But we did get the pet, and in my opinion, I think the pet's awesome and worth way more than any of the uniques. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll get on with the review now. So for the review, as always, we'll first go over the profit per hour. And the profit per hour was 1,786,000. So yes, it's not the best thing we've ever done, but we did go really dry on the unique drops. It could have been a lot higher if we did hit one of the 3 decent uniques. Even the Onyx would have bumped up massively. So even though the profit looks quite bad on this, it could have been a lot better. AFK rating, I'm going to have to give this a 1 out of 5. Unfortunately, it was really hard to do. I had to pay a lot of attention. You have to pay attention to all the rotations and work out what attacks come in next. So yeah, definitely not AFK. And for the mobile rating, I'm going to have to give the mobile rating a 1 out of 5 as well. It was definitely awkward, fiddly. I definitely wouldn't have wanted to be doing this if I didn't have the twisted bow, that's for sure, because it was quite easy to accidentally misclick and run into the acid clouds, and tick eating was a lot more awkward than usual as well. So overall, it's definitely not ideal to do on mobile. However, the money is really good. If you do hit one of those uniques, you're looking at a decent payout. So overall, it's definitely possible on mobile. Would I do it? Yeah, I probably would, but now I've got the pet and I've hit all the uniques, I probably won't be going back to Zulrah ever again, to be honest, especially on mobile. So overall though, if you want to do a bit of PVM, make a little bit of money, it's definitely one of the decent ones to go for. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that shit, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.